So, talking about the different traditions of Buddhism and how they're represented in art, we first talked about the foundational Buddhism, the Theravadan, and how it's represented by Shakyamuni Buddha, his two main students, and then the 16 elders. It really is very much a construct. It didn't exist exactly that way in history, but so it is in painting and sculpture. But for Mahayana Buddhism introduces a number of new characters into the larger Buddhist narrative. So we of course have Shakyamuni Buddha still, but then we add a number of other important figures who are perceived as teachers, as guides, and those are Amitabha Buddha, Maitreya, the future Buddha, begins to play a role. We have the medicine Buddha, Vaishyaja Raja Buddha. Then we have the 35 confession Buddhas. We also have Buddhas of the 10 directions. We have these notions of other Buddhas and then the 1,000 Buddhas of this eon. So these are all the Buddha characters, the main ones that are introduced in Mahayana Buddhism, in the greater vehicle Buddhism. Now, as for the students, in foundational Buddhism, we had the 16 elders, we had the two main students, Shariputra and Moggallana, and we had some other characters. We even have some gods. We have Brahma, Vishnu, Indra, Shiva. We have these gods and deities. But in Mahayana Buddhism, who are the people? Who are the students? Well, what we have two number sets, which are most important for representing Mahayana Buddhism. We have the 8 Great Bodhisattvas, and then we have the 6 Ornaments and 2 Excellent Ones of the Southern Continent. Now, the 8 Great Bodhisattvas are some of the ones we all are familiar with. Avalokiteshvara, Manjushri, Vajrapani, Maitreya, Akashagarbha. So there's 8 of them in total. And these represent all of the different characters from the different Mahayana sutras and the different interlocutors. Then we have the 6 Ornaments and 2 Excellent Ones. Now these figures, they represent the real human students, whereas the 8 Great Bodhisattvas, they represent a kind of enlightened student, whereas the 6 Ornaments and 2 Excellent Ones represent the sort of the still worldly aspiring students. And they include some of the most well-known figures in the Buddhist literary tradition. So we have Nagarjuna, Asanga, Vasubandhu, Chandrakirti. So we have these figures to represent all of the different human figures. And these are placed in art, and often they're placed in a composition together as a group, as a fixed number set representing these things, these 8 bodhisattvas, these 6 ornaments, 2 excellent ones. So this is really how Mahayana is represented, by these Buddha figures, and then followed by these enlightened students, and then followed by the more worldly students who are aspiring to the levels of the Bodhisattva grounds. So this is Mahayana Buddhism in Himalayan art.